Oh my God.
Hey guys, Mr.B here. So today I do want to take some time to give you guys a review on my new air compressor that I just bought. It is a Mcgraw air compressor from Harbor Freight. This video is definitely not sponsored, but after purchasing this air compressor, I really decided that I wanted to give a review on it and show you guys what I like about it. Obviously, I do a lot of automotive work, right? I'm using my impact guns, my air ratchets, angle grinders, air hammer, that type of stuff. And my old compressor had a much smaller tank, and it really just didn't keep up with my needs. So this compressor here is, like I said, a Mcgraw air compressor. It is the 29-gallon tank. It's max pressure of 165, 5.3 SCFM at 90 PSI. It is the oil lubed compressor. So the reason why I went with the oiled compressor is because they do last longer than the airless compressors, and they're serviceable. You can change the oil on them if you need to or when you need to. It does also have some non-flat tires. So these tires don't have air in them at all. They're just solid tires, which is kind of nice. My favorite thing about this is, like I said, the fact that it is an oiled compressor, so you can change the oil on it whenever you need to. And it does keep up with all of my tools that I use working on cars. I would say that the compressor and the motor are a little bit smaller than what you would expect out of a larger compressor, but for the amount of money that it costs, I really think that it's worth it. And I think that it does keep up pretty well with just like singular use. So like if you're only running, one air hose like I have right here, and it's just kind of, some garage work or stuff on the side, I think that this is actually a really good option because of the fact that it can keep up with your usual, automotive tools, your air hammer, your die grinder, your impact gun, that type of stuff. It's hard to find a compressor with a 110 hookup like that one that can keep up with those types of tools. So that's the main reason why I bought this compressor. The price on this compressor is really actually very affordable. It's just over $500 at Harbor Freight. Like I said, I'm very impressed with it. The only thing you have to keep in mind is it does require a 20 amp circuit. So my garage, unfortunately, does not have a 20 amp circuit. It's run off of a 15 amp circuit right now. In the future, I'd like to fix that, but for right now, I just have to run a drop cord from my porch where I do have a 20 amp outlet. So if you have an electrical problem, or not even really a problem, but if you have like an electrical circuit issue where your garage only has a 15 amp outlet and just for, some lights and some outlets, which most older homes, that's how it is, especially if it's a detached garage, you're going to run into those situations. So keep that in mind. It does require that 20 amp circuit. Otherwise, it will blow your breaker if it's run off of a 15 amp circuit. Ask me how I know. I found that out the hard way. So keep that in mind as well before you go and purchase it. You could technically run it off of a generator if you needed to, but I feel like that's not really necessary in most cases. So there is obviously the belt over here, which is serviceable, right? It's got that rubber belt, the motor, the tank capacity definitely can keep up with my angle grinder and my cutting blade. I did use it to cut some bolts, which that was the first test that I ran on this, was whether or not I could cut a bolt with my die grinder, and it worked actually really well. So if you're in the market for an air compressor and you want something bigger that can run those automotive tools, this is definitely the way to go. Now, as far as like paint spraying, using spray guns goes, I don't really know if this will be what you want, but it might also work, maybe with an expansion tank or something. So here right on the side, it does have a tool compatibility chart. It does say you can use an airbrush, inflating and cleaning, of course, continuously, right? A finish nailer, a grease gun, framing and roofing, all-purpose spray gun. So it does claim you can use a spray gun. I haven't tried it out myself. Impact wrench / bolting, I've definitely used it for that. Cutting and drilling, it does say intermittently, which I would agree. When I was using my cutting blade on my angle grinder, I definitely did notice that there were times where it was more of an intermittent burst. It still could keep up with a continuous revolutions per minute or RPMs on that angle grinder, but it definitely did slow down a little bit as I was using it for a longer period of time. But it still worked. It still did the job. It took me maybe a little bit longer, but not bad. So yeah, I would definitely check this out and give it a consideration. Like I said, this video is not sponsored, but I did buy one for myself, and I like it so far. So if you like this video, if you found it helpful, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks.